It's Sim Lizzie and welcome to another one of my videos. So, today we are embarking on a new journey. We are starting a new challenge, which, as you might have already guessed from the title of this video, is the 100 Baby Challenge. So, today I will be doing our matriarch, and what I have already done here is I named her. Her name is Freya Bennett. And I also did the in-game personality quiz, which is allowed in the rules. And I think in this moment I'm just kind of talking about something that I do not remember. So I decided that with this series I would record my voiceovers as I play. But for the first episode I forgot to turn my microphone on, so I've been talking for around 20 minutes and nothing of that saved. So now I have to kind of improvise about things I did say. Okay, so here I'm showing you what we got from that in-game personality quiz. So she is aspiring painter, she's creative, ambitious and romantic. Great traits. And her career is a painter as well. Her skills are painting and handiness. And her starting funds are high. And I think that in this long pause I was kind of talking why the hell my game is not in English, as you might have probably already discovered. So I'll tell you now. So it's a long story short. So let's go back in time to end of summer 2014. When The Sims 4 came out on 4th of September, if I remember correctly. So, back then I was in Poland, enjoying my holiday with my family, and I decided that, come on, what would be more cool thing to do than buy the Polish edition of the game, meaning the Polish packaging. Because I thought that it might be a bit different from the UK one I would find in stores when I get back. So I did it. I thought, wow, this will be a great souvenir. Let's buy it. It's a bit cheaper than in the UK after the currency change. So I went with it. I didn't have my computer with me back then. So when I got back to the UK, turned the game on, I felt awful. I felt tricked by EA. Because if you have played The Sims 3, you know that no matter where you buy your game, you can access all the languages, starting with English through like Danish, Spanish, etc, etc. And it's not like in this region you can access only these languages, in this region you can access these languages, but they did that with The Sims 4. So I turn my game on. Basically I am installing my game and then it tells me to choose the language, and the only three options I see are Polish, Russian and Czech. You have no idea how pissed off I was. But 6 years ago, I didn't have tons of my own money. I was a kid back then. So I decided not to waste more of my savings, because I have already spent all my savings buying the Polish version of the game, not knowing it would not have English in it. So why the hell would I spend even more than I have already spent on English version back in the UK? And because I think no one knows this about me, so that's a fun fact. A part of my family has Polish roots, so I know the basics of the language. I knew the basics back then, 6 years ago, and I was like, okay, let's perceive this happening as a way of learning a new language, because we all know learning languages for playing the games is a great thing to do. So I did. And that's why my game is in Polish. And no, I cannot speak the language, but I understand the texts, and if I am shown a text in Polish, I know more or less what is written there. I am not fluent by any means, so I'm not going to speak in Polish here, nor on my Instagram, nor ever. I just do not want to humiliate myself. But yeah. Oh, and don't you worry, even though my game isn't in English, I will translate and justify everything I do in English. So you will just have to listen to me if you want to know what's going on, or if you're Polish. But I don't think we have too many Polish subscribers. But yeah, let's get back to the game. So I made her to be a redhead. I just really enjoy redheads in the game. I think it's such a cool hair color, so if you're a redhead, then wow, amazing. Okay, what now? I kind of liked the sim that was generated by the game when I finished the history mode, meaning in-game personality quiz. So I just sticked with that, and I think she's quite pretty. Gave her a couple of outfits. And what else? I'm just trying to remember what I was talking about. Okay, so let's just improvise. So I think that here I was just kind of searching for an appropriate outfit. And I forgot to speed up this video, but okay. You have to get used to videos being in normal speed. So I wanted to give her that kind of a mummy vibe, if I can call it like that. And I gave her the tiny living pants here, I think. Yeah, I did. And I quite like those. I like how they look, but the only problem that I do have with them is they make your Sims legs look massive. If they were a bit more tight fitting, I think they would be better. But that is just my personal opinion. And I was kind of trying to get out of my comfort zone a bit here. Meaning that I try not to choose the clothes I usually go for, because I have my go-tos, which I always go with. For example, these high heels, or the dress I'm going to choose. But I just thought that I'll try to get out of my comfort zone a bit later on. Plus, I don't want to spend so much time clothing her. So yeah. And I kind of also was trying not to make her outfit be totally black as I would normally go for. And I, like, let's say the first part of clothing her was a bit neutral colours, blacks, whites, greys, so my typical go-to. But later on I kind of tried to get rid of my old habits and try something new. I hope I succeeded in that part. And this dress was giving me Nancy Landgrab vibes like hell. Same high heels again. Sorry about that. But I went with it because it's pretty. And then wanted to go with the same swimming costume. What the hell was that? Swimming costume, aka bikini as always. But went with the other one I always go with. Was trying not to go for black. I have no idea what I was talking here about. Not a clue. But I kind of liked how she turned out. So yeah. And I think that in this moment I was talking about the dark clothing thing I just told you about. Goodness me. Like voiceover recorded later on and not while playing when you are recording the gameplay. It's hard. It's so freaking hard. Okay. Okie dokie. So, goodness me. I think I was talking about the colours still, or trying to visualize in my head how I want it to look, or I was basically looking for some other shorts that I usually do not go for. But I guess I failed. I failed hard. Yeah. Bits and pieces of failure coming through. Oh, and this part I remember. I was talking about that if you look at my Sims, each of them is wearing a black hat as their hot weather outfit. And I just freaking love the black hats. Because I don't know, it just makes your sim look a bit more like I'm at a loss for words as always, but it makes your sim look, it basically looks like it's not their everyday outfit no matter of the season. That's better. And okay, what now? Yeah, I was trying to kind of work my way away from those shorts, which didn't end up working because I literally wasted time trying to change them and couldn't find anything better. And here is commenting how nice this dress looks in pink, but went with white because why not? And I really enjoy this clothing style. Not clothing style, I mean the clothing set from Discover University. It looks so freaking comfy and warm. And I gave her some Uggs because why not? And of course a beanie. Excuse the ambulance going on in the distance, but I cannot do a thing about it. So great. And I think that's all in CAS for now. Yeah, I'm finished by this point. I actually never regenerate their family photo. I just go with what the game gives me. And I didn't put her on the gallery. So if you are interested in me posting her up, then just write it down in the comments. Oh, now let's choose our season to start. Now I was telling that I usually go for spring. Don't know really why, but 95% of my gameplay starts in spring. And I was kind of thinking about Del Sol Valley at first, but ended up changing my mind and going for a bit more modern styled neighborhood. I mean, Del Sol Valley is really modern, but it has gone only 2 lots. Now it's kind of aiming for a place where we could have tons of neighbors and people walking around. Thought about Winterberg, but then decided I did not want to build a house in that Winterberg style because I just wasn't feeling it. So I went to the Oasis Springs and decided to go with this lot. And now, super long loading screen, which I truly hate. And I think that the loading screen in The Sims 3, even though it took way longer to load things, it was much better. You can see my game breaking, and it's been doing it for the last few days, but that's what it is. And I think that's all for today. I was telling you that we have a fishing spot here, bit of neighbors, joining Zest, living here. And I truly think that's all for today. So, bye out for now. And hope I will not forget to turn on my microphone the next time I try to record an episode.